welcome, everyone. We're going to give it a moment to make sure that everyone's connecting, everyone can hear everyone. Let's see. What do we have here? The guys and girls on the Zoom chat. If you can send a hi really quickly so we can have a look and make sure that you are. There we go. You can see that. Amazing. So, welcome everyone to another wonderful live trading room here at the Trading Pit. We have Cody today. Mr. If you ain't Dutch, you ain't much. He had a busy day today, but he's still here with us to help us navigate through the markets. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I will mention, first of all, I don't know if you guys and girls saw, have a wonderful Black Friday promotion at the Trading Pit. You should check it out. You have 25% off for one phase challenges up to 50K. So check it out. You know, it's nice. It's a good way to start. It's an easy way in to start with prop trading. So hopefully you can take advantage of that. And yeah, that's pretty much from my side. Cody, are you excited? Are you ready for your session?
I am ready, kind of. I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
Okay.
Oh, am I muted?
Let's see.
I think I'm good now.
There we go. Yes, on Zoom, you
Yes.
are definitely heard. Also on the live stream on YouTube. Awesome. So I will let you get to it. Have fun, guys and girls, and take notes. Make sure you learn
All right,
here
team.
too.
All right, team. So you will have to forgive me. I'm in living in Bali, and we've had a power outage, so I'm running a little bit behind schedule.
I have to do this. Why? Because if I turn off the sound here for myself, he is then not able to be heard on Zoom.
Yeah, I
And
can.
it's only because it's with Zoom. It's a weird connection. We need to make sure that it's like always
I can still hear you, Alan.
both sides. Also, why are we connecting him this way?
Yeah.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna.
Thank you. Just 2 seconds, team. 1 second, please. Sorry about that, team. As I said, lots and lots of rain today here in beautiful Bali, lots of storms, lots of flooding. So we had a power outage this afternoon, so I've just managed to not only get home in time, but get organized in time. So we'll be doing our Fibonacci together. Now, if you haven't joined us before, welcome everybody. My name is Cody. So usually Lockie takes this session. He's a bit busy. We've got Bali in Platinum happening here from Samurai Day Trading. So I'll be taking over the session today. And I always love getting in. If you do have any questions, throw them in the chat and I'll get them to them as soon as I can. All right. But before we go any further, we do have some slides to get through. Okay, so all part of our compliance, because we do have some newcomers in here today, which is very exciting. So, okay, why we like a live trading room is because there is nowhere to hide. You get immediate proof of performance. Okay. And it's a good opportunity for us. Well, in the live trading room, it's always profit first, okay, and education second. So I'll mention that now because I love when you guys ask questions. It's great. It's a great way to learn. If I do ignore your question, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I'm likely just trying to help people get in and out of a trade because we do prioritize profit, okay? But I'll come back to your question when we get a moment if there's no trade setting up. And always the last 15 minutes of the hour is the best time to ask questions, and I'm happy to go through things with you because usually we aren't taking trades then anyway. But if I do miss your question or I don't come back to it, just remind me in the chat. I don't mean to be rude. I'm usually just focusing on something else. All right. Because we love the right live trading room here at Sarai. So we have a European Open and a US close session. We are looking at a US Open session soon as well. We do have a virtual LTR, basically a room that allows you to jump in with other like-minded traders, talk amongst yourself and watch the charts together. But it is not currently hosted by anyone else. Coming soon. All right. So the key, I believe, in all trading, and if you aren't aware of this, the number one thing for trading is psychology. I would say, some say 90%. I think 95% of trading is psychology. Okay. I think it's the reason why most people fail and give up so early. Okay. I also think that the psychology, trading takes you on a really, really good self-development journey too. So this is why I love trading, not just for the ability to make money and work remotely and do what we want. I think it's a really, really good opportunity to also work on yourself as well. So what we do with trading, we target a strategy that works in real time, actually works. Okay. We build knowledge and expertise because it gives you that confidence. It develops the discipline. Okay. And when you're able to measure that with your performance, you can track your results, and it's a great foundation for success in trading. Okay. All right. Compliance. So just to remind the team that futures trading and CFDs involves risks. We often trade on leverage, okay, meaning you're risking more. Sorry, meaning that the what you put down is obviously leverage, so it can be 5, 10, 100 times, which means your profits are enhanced, but so are your losses. Okay, so we don't give financial advice. All right, no results achieved are in affiliation with any results. Sorry, no results achieved in the past a guarantee of future results. Told you, it's been a very busy day. Head's a little bit scrambled at the moment, but that's all right. Once we're in the charts, we'll be ready to go. All right, so it does carry a high level of risk and may not be suitable for everyone. All right, so please only be willing to play with what you're willing to lose. All right, so this is purely for educational purposes. All right, so all trades presented and considered a hypothetical. Okay, it should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading room. All right, I'll do my best to identify the setups we trade, give you the pros and cons, but at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you take that trade or not. Okay, you're the one who has to pull the trigger. As I said, past performance does not necessarily predict future results. All right. So who am I, guys? This is me. So I used to be a physiotherapist, okay, living in Australia. I worked with elite athletes and teams. I spent 5 years working with veterans and special forces as well. So I used to use exercise to treat physical and mental health issues. And this is sort of where I started my fascination with psychology and mindset, working with those types of people. All right. And I was able to bring that into my trading. So I've been trading for over 10 years now. I would say successfully only 2. And I'm completely honest about that. I've learned every single lesson the hard way. All right. Some of those lessons I've learned multiple times. But I found that sort of working on the mindset is what really swung things around for me. Okay. So I'm a big believer in trading psychology. And it's something I actually teach. So I coach and I present with Samurai. I coach on mindset as well. I tell everyone it's important to have a life motto. Mine is train, trade, travel. So I'm a CrossFit coach and athlete. I train pretty much in every discipline. I just love being active. So I love traveling and creating content. I've got some villas and cafes and an app here in Bali. So I keep myself nice and busy, traveling around, surfing. That's me my little mate Shadow. He's a lot of fun. He's an Australian Shepherd. If you want to reach out to me, connect with me, that's my Instagram. That's where I'm most contactable. Okay, I don't really use Facebook. I do have WhatsApp, but I use that mainly for working. So Instagram's more my fun. If you want to follow my journey or you want to reach out, always cool to meet some other traders. Now, if you are interested in samurai day trading, okay, we put up a YouTube video every day highlighting our trade of the day. And sometimes we do take a loss, so we give out a lesson of the day too. But quite often it's mainly trade of the day, little lessons in there, some nuggets. So feel free to use the YouTube channel there. And if you do want more info, just reach out at info@samuraidaytrading.com. Okay, more than happy to answer questions there. So I want to get back to you. All right, what to expect today? So my screen is going to look like this: Nasdaq, FDAX, S&P 500, FESX. Okay, now these are the two American markets. They work really well together. FDAX is also known as the German 40. Now we also use FESX. Now we don't trade FESX, but we use it as a guide for FDAX. Okay. All right, so our lesson, or what Lockie likes to refer to, is let the markets do the heavy lifting. So let the markets come to you. We don't need to force any trades. We should get lots and lots of opportunities today. Okay, just focus on what works. All right. All right, team. Now I'm going to move through Fibonacci with you pretty quickly because we have to get a little wriggle on. As I said earlier, there was a bit of a power outage today, so please forgive me for my tardiness because normally I'm a lot better than this, a lot more organized. But hey, sometimes the tropical paradise throws some curveballs at you. That's okay. So please forgive me. Get through this as quick as I can. If you've got any questions, throw them in the chat. I'll try and get them. Thanks, Remy. I had the pleasure. I dropped in on the Bali Platinum today and said hello. Met some people, which was great. It's always nice to put a face to the name. You know, we do this virtually, and for some instances, I've actually been talking to these people for a number of years, and I finally got to meet them. So it was really cool. Everyone's having a wonderful time. Really great feedback from the guys about the Bali Platinum, and I'm not just doing that to plug Bali Platinum. That's completely genuine. And if you know me, I'm a straight shooter. I tell you how it is. It's probably been a good time to do it because the weather has been up and down. So the guys have been learning lots, and I think at night they've been able to rest pretty well when we've been getting those evening storms. All right, so that's NASDAQ ready to go. Just going to check the other chat. Make sure I haven't missed anything. I haven't got any chat in there. And no chat in there. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, I'll keep marking up Fibonacci. So again, my apologies, team. That's okay. I've done this a few times, so I can usually get through it pretty quick. You can see the markets starting to go a little sideways. So what I find in the American markets is they like to make a big move and then consolidate. If you don't know the term consolidate for me means they go a little bit sideways. All right, so we might be starting to see that. It's been trying to stair step down. Now we've come back up, taken that stair step. All right, it may go sideways now, sort of waiting for its next move. Now it's going to be a couple of ways to draw this Fibonacci. You can draw this one here. That's a beautiful failure. That's 76. So I'm going to put that one on. And I'll put this one here. Thank you, Stephen. I'll get and have a look at that soon. Just try and get this finished. Daily volume looks good, around 75,000. So we should be able to get lots of opportunities today. Should be lots of fun. I think. All right, that's that one done. I'll do FDAX on my other screen. Oh, I'll do it over here. You guys can watch. Because when I coach, usually the number one thing people ask for help on is Fibonacci. So I often, in Samurai, will mark up a chart every time. Let's try and tidy this up a bit. So because I am moderating today, I'm drawing fibs both directions just because when we get started, if it is a really fast start, then I kind of know I don't have to change too much too early. So if that goes up, well, that's got to go up a long way. So I won't put that one on yet. Beautiful. Oh, that must be a record. Okay. So I'm just doing my checks in the background, making sure I got everything. The dog's fine. Dog's sorted, so it's one tick. I need my backup headphones. Okay, all right, good to go now. All right, team, so we'll do our sort of pre-market analysis now. All right, we're on track. So weekly charts, you can see they're starting to turn. All right, weekly charts, you can see on the American markets, they are starting to turn a little bit. Okay, we come down to the daily charts now. You can see they've come back now to that MDI, and we're starting to get that little step down. So my concern with the daily charts is they may want to bounce off that MDI and come back long. They've closed their little gap that they had made there last week. Okay, on both American markets. All right. So there's actual potential longs now for it to stair step back long to the high side. But like I said, often after big moves, they like to go sideways and consolidate. So we saw a big move down, sideways, sideways. This is quite a large jump up over the last sort of 8 to 12 hours. All right, so we might see it go sideways a little bit now as well. Now it was stair stepping down, and now it's changed that stair step up. So if it wants to continue long, it does have permission to do so, but because it didn't break this high on NASDAQ here, it may want to continue that stair step now down to the downside. So ES, similar, but it did break this stair step. So to me, I'm thinking we may more likely go sideways, but there has been a lot of selling pressure this week. We had a big buyback during the US session. Okay, that came off the back of a few announcements and a bit of a rally after lots of sell-off. Okay, so we'll just wait and see at those American markets. Now, if I bring it down to the smaller charts, okay, it is still looking a little bit short on the 60-minute chart. Yep, I agree with you, Stephen. Stair stepping down. So what's going to happen is it's right at 76s here currently on the NASDAQ. This low is going to be a real test. If it can get through there, I think it's going to fall all the way down to around 25,500. Just to be round numbers, it may even come all the way down to these 76s. ES, you're sort of starting to test that low area as well as we speak. Down here in those 76s. So I expect it to actually bounce there. Wouldn't surprise me to get a little bounce. If it breaks through, it may come all the way down to sort of 6,790. But even then, there's still potential for it to come all the way down to 6,775. All right. 15-minute charts, again, you can see that Fibonacci in play. ES has had a pivot, so we use pivots here as well in Samurai. So if I look at the 5-minute charts on the opening candle, what I'm looking for, NASDAQ traders, is a little push down on these 76s. Okay, we can look for a bounce. There's a 60-minute 50 there too. Okay, and looking to go long. Now, if we've set up a little static bar, which is a very small candle here, that's going to entice the buyers to come in. If we close below, I think the sellers may regain. Okay, so if you don't go long off Fibonacci, wait for this pivot down here. Okay, if it bolts to the high side, you can look for reversals. Okay. Is that better there? Let me know if that's any better. If anyone else is having problems, let me know. See if I can adjust things. If we do bolt to the high side, look to go short off the 50, the 76, all these, there's a cluster of pivots there too. Now, some traders will be eyeing off this static bar here. It's already paid once, so some of you will actually look for a reset of that. So there's going to be multiple different traders here, some going along off this, some going along off this. All right. ES, you're going to get similar trades. You've got a reset of it, this SBR here. Okay. If it closes inside the PP, you can look for it to go off the PP, above this candle, off the previous. If it just bolts to the high side, you're looking for reversals off here as well. Well done, Remy. Okay. Now, if it bolts short and doesn't come back, look for a bounce off the 76s. Otherwise, we're just going to wait out. FDAX, we haven't really discussed you too much yet, so we'll quickly look at the European markets. Okay. Again, looking very, very sideways still on the weekly charts, so not too much information to give you there. On the daily charts, we can see it starting to sort of stair step down. Big buyback yesterday on both European markets. That was late. That was following the US session. Okay. What I can see is we stair stepped along, so A, B, C. We've come up to the previous 76s, so we love our Fibonacci here. It failed there to the point, and looks like we could be setting up 4 hours short. So it may want to come back up and close that little gap there. It has absolutely every right to do it. So don't be surprised if we come up, make a higher high, then go short. Or conversely, it may make this little lower low, which is already done, and then continue going along. So FDAX in a pretty unique little position there. It's got arguments to go in both directions. Right now, the sellers are looking very, very strong, though. I'll just wait and see. So quite strong selling candles at the moment on the FDAX. They are going to run into some Fibonacci on the way down and some pivots, so that may want to send it back the other way. All right. Now, guys, I'll do my best to identify as many setups as possible. Please only take the setups that match your trading plan. So, for example, if I call a static bar reversal off a pivot, but you only off Fibonacci, but you only take them off pivots, please only take it if it is part of your plan. All right. If you want to try a new trade, just take it in sim. So for the opening candle on FDAX, if it closes as is, you may look for a push down reverse off the pre-bottom, especially if it does hit those 76s. If it closes really close to the pre-bottom, I don't like it. There will be a static bar reversal, so an entry just above this candle if it closes as is. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to wait for it to push up. You can look for a gap failure. It's already closed the gap, so the pre-top's going to be better. Some traders will be looking to go look for a little bounce off that 50. Just watch out for the open. All right, now we're starting to make that push that pre-bottom a little more. Okay, so I'm going to have to change some Fibonacci. I'm going to look now for an extension. This could bolt. If this closes really close to the pre-bottom, I think it could bolt. It might get a little bounce off that 76. So just wait and see. Usually we wait for a minute. There's that little, be careful here, but there is a long now off the pre-bottom. I'd be a little bit careful. Let's wait for it to fail convincingly. Okay, so I would probably, there's too much risk now for that pre-bottom reverse. This is exactly what we're talking about. There's a climactic reversal at 133. If you manage to get that, it's very quick. Now, a lot of traders will wait the first minute. NASDAQ, you've got that push down. You may go long above the candle. Okay, take that previous candle as an SBR if you can hold the risk. Okay, it's going to be a 78 reversal. Your issue is ES is below its PP, so it's going to be running into traffic. ES, you can take the 76 long if that's your style. So we've got 5-minute extensions there. There's probably a larger extension sitting there too, a 15-minute one. I will try and do that in the background, but FDAX, your climactic, there's now a 141 reversal. I would probably, the safer trade is going to be waiting for the PP. Okay, so wait for the PP. If you take 1618s, it's bounced, but the PP is probably going to be the safer trade on that one. It's also bounced off to 15-minute 1618 as well. So they've lined up really, really well. And if I put that on, look at that overlap. So that's why it's failed there. If I got larger charts supporting that as well, we had a previous low at 83, 81. So that is a very fast start for us. I got a 50 there, 15-minute 50 there too. Okay. Well done. So Remi's gone long off the 90. I haven't seen the NASDAQ push back through and take this SBR yet. Neither has ES. So some traders on the ES are probably long off the 78 for 76s and have been paid. That was a very fast start. Felt like I was calling the Melbourne Cup then. If you know what the Melbourne Cup is, it's the richest horse race in Australia. I believe it's one of the richest horse races in the world. It was on Tuesday. All right, I wouldn't take these deltas long just yet, Nasdaq. I think we're better off. Actually, I think on nearly all markets we're better off waiting for this candle to close. Now, reason I say that is FESX is looking like it could tumble now because it's climactic. If it closes inside its pre-bottom, inside this pivot, better yet, if it closes above this gold line here, this PP, the previous pivot, we're going to be setting up really nice reversals. FDAX traders will be able to get a climactic reversal. It'll allow Nasdaq. Give us time to make sure it is failing. Now, Nasdaq may set up a beautiful reversal candle here, or watch the last minute. It may want to spike all the way down to the PP. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious now taking a trade in the last little bit. That was the same with FDAX. So FDAX did exactly what I thought Nasdaq would do. It shot down in the end, so we might wait for a PP reversal here. All right. FESX, you're going to have a little extension there. You'll have one here too. I think this one's too big though. Oh no. All right, so FDAX trades, you close above the PP, look for a lower low and a long. All right, we have to close above. Some of you will look for a climactic reversal, so I'll push down, then you can go long. If this closes below the PP, we are not reversing at all. Okay, that's closed below, so I'm not confident in the reversal. The aggressive traders will look, well, there it goes. I've looked like a fool. And NASDAQ, you did exactly what I said it might happen. Now, there is a climactic reversal above this candle. So push down, you may get in now around 35.75. Okay, otherwise look for the push off the 90 again or the PP failure. ES, you're going to look for a push down and you're going to go long at 805.50. Okay. 805.25 was actually the entry, not 50. Otherwise, wait for the push down again, fail at the Fibonacci and go long off the Fibonacci. Now, only if this is part of your trading plan, okay? This isn't for everyone. This is a climactic candle reversal. They do work well, but it's not definitive. It's only off Fibonacci. They work even better off pivots. Just wait and see. Okay, that's what ES is failing at. Wow, FDAX. So Nazi, your trade, your climactic reversal is paid. Well done. And if you went off the 90, you've been paid too. FDAX, we didn't really get a chance on that one. Well done, Remy. All right. Just gonna wait for these candles to close now. If you've got any questions, guys, send them through. Well done. All right. Oh, there's the strong candles. Yeah, we might actually come short here. So, all right, FDAX, you're going to get a ratio-based SPR. Now, the risk is going to be a lot. It's not the greatest ratios. It will be good ratios in context to the previous candle, but I don't love it. But no doubt there's going to be a few options here. Push down, some of you can go long off the body. It's not the best ratios. Push down, some may take it off the delta. Okay, if you went off the body, you've been paid. I was going to say the other option is push down to the pivot. NASDAQ, that is, it's a little bit of a turning candle. So again, not the best ratios. There is a long off the delta, which I was a little slow to give. ES, you have the same trade off the body. It's already paid, so I'm a bit slow. I was going to say, though, just watch out for the PP, but it hasn't bothered. It's gone straight through. So I was a little slow in giving you that entry. Damn. Nah, FDAX, I was too busy. I couldn't even get on myself. I wanted an entry just above here. Hasn't given me a choice. Now that there's a higher high, FDAX, you may actually swing short. So if you are long, I'd make sure you've locked in profit, please. Same with NASDAQ. An aggressive trader may pick up these D2 shorts. D2 short for Delta. Okay. But this could be setting up really nice reversal trades. All right. So FDAX, if you do make a lower low, you can go long off the PP. There's no doubt about that. You'd probably want a really convincing failure because we're getting into the second half of the candle. Normally the double touch reversals I like when they happen early on, but this may want to really tumble now. So just be careful if you are going to reverse the market. So there is a long setting up at 56 off DAX. I'd be a little bit careful. You'd want a convincing bounce on that. But no doubt the lower low and long is available at 56. Well done, guys. My concern is that FESX is back into its pivot, trying to reverse. All right, so you really need a convincing failure. And this is why a little concerned about it. We're bouncing off that 4-hour 50. Now that's drawn the other way, so that might give it some gusto to go long. Okay, now the risk is getting too much for me to go long. So I'm taking my order off that PP. Reversal, we're going to enter the last 90 seconds, so we don't take trades in the last 90 seconds. Let's see how this ends up. I think what we're better off doing is let this candle close, and then maybe in 1 or 2 candles time, we'll get a candle that closes inside the PP, and then I can send you all long. So let's wait for that. I can take off this now. Just checking fibs in the background. Okay. Just making sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, so my 4 hours drawn down to catch them on the way up, and that's playing with that 50 now. I think we might come a little bit lower and then potentially turn. But if we close inside that PP, if we fail at that inside this PP, it's going to be a potential nice reversal. So FDAX, if you close inside the PP, push down, you can look to go long. You've gapped underneath, so some of you will not take that trade. Some of you are going to take that delta long. So it really, really depends on your trading plan. Just a reminder, FESX is back into its PP. All right. FESX, what are you doing? You're failing at 76s. Yeah, sorry. I was looking for a push into the PP first before taking this short. I'd be a little bit careful. But there is a short there at 0650, and it's paid. Sorry, I was a little slow giving you that price. NASDAQ, I don't like your short as much because you're not really turning off everything. So ES is turning off a bit of structure. Structure meaning a bit of a pivot. And potentially a Fibonacci 50 there too. So all right. I haven't checked news today. No real news during our session, which is good. Bit of red flag. It's British news. It's prior to the US Open. Oh, you went the OSR trade. Bugger. Another delta. So delta traders may be long now on that first delta. Some may be long on the second. I think it kissed fives. It's, you know what's happened to me is I got slip. So take out my order or not? All right. So Dax, you want to close inside that PP, preferably. Damn. Nazi, you're setting up potential efficient candle short. Daxi, you may have an official candle short. You need to close below that OSR and prove to me that you are coming short. Otherwise, we might be bouncing back to the high side. Interesting. So NASDAQ, there is a short underneath that candle if it is your trade. Just watch out for the risk. The risk is quite high. Yes, you have the same trade push down in those. You may actually have a long there off those 76s. Some of you actually be looking for shorts. I'd just be careful going short underneath that into Fibonacci. Yes, exactly. I'd be very careful about it as well. Well done. So I fell at 90 and gone. FDAX, if you want to follow us, you've been paid. Now we're a little bit hesitant about sending you short because of the risk. Oh, okay. Where is that chat? I can't see that chat, which is annoying. Okay, so there was a message in the YouTube chat asking about what's my trade frequency like. In terms of trade frequency, I have very selective setups. I'm very, very strict on the ones I take. I usually get about 3 to 5 of those a week. Now, if they all happen in one session, I'll take them. If it happens one a day, great. If it doesn't happen, then I don't take it. So I am working on another strategy that is allowing me usually to get an extra trade. So if I say somewhere between 5 to 10 trades a week, that's probably my trade frequency. If that's the frequency you're talking about, I'd say between 5 to 10 a week. So 1 or 2 a day, just depending on the market. Because some days I don't get a trade, or I might get one, and other days I get 3. But I am working on a couple of other setups in the background, just because I'd actually love to be able to, you know, take advantage of more opportunities, I guess is the best way to put it. So I hope that answers your question. I'm sorry, YouTube chatters, I can't see your questions at the moment, and that is my fault as I get used to this technology. Usually Lockie does this, and he's much better than me at it. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, someone else said 3 to 4 a day, so everyone's a little bit different. So now, Naz, you're going to get a really nice ratio-based static bar reverse. Now you're off the 90 and the lower OSR. Because of the risk, you'll have to make it a body entry, so off the top of the body. Now I want that body to come right down here to minimize the risk. You're going to push down and go long off the body of the candle. ES, you'll have the same trade, or wait for the lower low and long again off these Fibonacci. Now, FDAX, if you get inside that PP, I will be looking for longs. My concern is the risk on the trade. If you can hold the risk, I think it will go quite well. Now, only if you can hold the risk on that. If it doesn't get inside the PP, then we aren't going to go long. Simple as that. So FSX is back on its pre-bottom, so it might actually come back short. Now, NASDAQ, I'd like a push down first. It had a little push down, so some of you are probably in and out already. If that is you, it probably wasn't the greatest push down, so I'm not surprised if people didn't take it. ES, I'd like you to push down a little lower. You can go off the body, so you'd be in now, or go off the 76s down here. So again, a couple of different traders. FDAX, I might go without us. I want you to stop right there for me, please. If you're long, I want it to keep going for you. But a little push down. Some people may have taken that because of the ratios. Well done. There you go. The SBRs have paid on NASDAQ and ES. We got that little push down and long. Awesome job, guys. So if you have made some profit, if you're at or near your KPI for the day, then just walk away. Well done. So FDAX could be swinging back short now, so some will actually be short under that PP. Sorry, I missed that. I was analysing something else. Now this is NASI. This is the American markets to a T. After a big move, they go sideways. Now we said that about the larger charts. Okay, it's happening clearly on the 5-minute. I did tell you we did look at this in the pre market analysis that this is going to hold for Nasdaq. If it can fall through this, the next point of call will be that 100. And if it doesn't hold there, I think it'll fall a long, long way. ES, you're actually battling on the exact same area we identified right here in the pre-market analysis. Okay. FDAX, if we close above the PP, you can look to go long. You can go long off the body. All right, some of you may take the D2. The safer entry will be outside the range. However, outside the range does have greater risk on it. So please keep that in mind. FESX. FESX, you got a 50 there in the pre-bottom there, so maybe that'll be holding it up too. If you close like that FDAX, then I'm not interested in a long. Hold on, Jis. So just remember that's that trade that I said I've been looking at recently. So I'm glad you picked it up. I was a little slow to call it on that one. Oh, DAX, you're just going to keep doing this, aren't you? You're going to pop. So higher high, some can look to go short under the PP if that's your trade. FESX has made a higher high, so it may want to swing short now. Oh, Daxy, you're going to go without me. I wanted you to have a small close inside. This could go a long, long way now. No, it doesn't, which is what's sort of holding me back, Jis. Now, this is a little 76 fair. This might rocket short. Like I said, this might rocket short. You're able to pick up fives if you went under the PP, like we said, and it's going to probably give you tens. Yep, there it goes. Exactly what we just said. That's the exact trade I've been mentioning. If you're new in here, guys, I've been talking about this the last week or so. I've said I've been monitoring this trade. We push back up to the pivot, fails. This time we got the higher high. I love higher highs or lower lows. And then it's failed and it's picked you up and it's paid you tens. And now it's even going 15 points. So Nazi very sideways for you. Yep. Do you like that one, Jis? You're welcome. Yep. So Nazi, this is holding this 90. So you can go long off the 90. Just remember it's failed at 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th time. So eventually this will not hold. All right. It's holding well here. Same with ES. So as soon as one of these American markets wants to has enough steam to break through this level, I think it'll fall a long, long way. Now, conversely, this could be the final hit and the market goes, nah, we're holding strong here. Let's turn. This could turn quite hard too. Mm. I'm just looking at fibs in the background. Yeah, I got a 50 around 655 on Daxi. FESX, I mean. So it's hovering around that area. So all right, let's wait and see. Excuse me while I have a bite of my afternoon tea. FDAX, if you close below, especially outside of this candle, I think we could really tumble. If you close back inside the lower OSR, I might want to bounce back, but you're going to get a very, very efficient candle short. I'd be careful jumping on the short, one, because of the risk, but two, I want it to convincingly close past this candle. Okay. NASDAQ, again, that bounce off the 90 has worked. You can still take a lower low and long again. Just remember, this is the 5th time it has failed there. So eventually it won't hold. Same with ES. All right, so that's a gap down. FDAX, you want a nice retrace and rejection just because the risk is so high. I've got FESX failing at a daily 50. Now that may deter some traders. You've had a push up there, FDAX, so your price entry can be at 22. Just watch out for the risk. I'd probably wait for a stronger retrace and a really strong rejection. Then if we get a red V2 delta, which is this one here, FDAX, if it looks like that, then you can put your order on there, here, and come short. All right, that's how I would manage that trade. I'd want a really strong rejection because sometimes these really strong candles with no wick on them can just turn the other way really hard. And this is my worry. So I hope I've made that clear. Usually, because the risk is too much, straight away, traders aren't taking it. Now, there's a hit off the lower OSR if that is your trade. You can have a retrace order. So your stop would be behind this candle here. But technically, the stop behind an efficient candle is here, which is just way too much. So there's going to be traders who are eyeing off a big short here. But again, the risk is the big, big issue, which keeps me out of the trade personally. But you're in at 22. You'd want this to go quick if you are short. So I hope I've been clear with that. Like I said, I'm not taking it purely because of the risk. But if you can hold the risk, I think it's going to come down. It can come down a fair way, potentially. I'm not going to say I think. It has the potential to do it. But as I said, because there's no wick on this candle, I see this so often when there's a really strong close like that, it just quickly turns the other way. It may want to close back inside the PP. And look at the market structure, very sideways. American markets like painting a fence. agreed. Like we said, this was our target, this area here on this candle. That 76 is the 90 and the 100. This is where it's going to really determine what happens. Oh, well, I hope it goes quickly for you, Stephen, so you don't sweat too much more. So I didn't get that convincing delta. I wanted one of these FDAX to go short. Okay, just because I wanted extra agreement. If I'm taking risk, a lot of risk, or I mean, my stop could have been behind this candle, which takes away the risk, but the strike rate, the success rate goes down. So if I'm going to do that, which I don't do, I want extra confirmation that it is coming short. I'm starting to get a little bit now, but I want one of these ones to confirm that it is going short. So we'll wait and see. Now, FDAX, that's going to be an SBR. It's not off anything. It's also setting up a tier 2 reversal long. It's a shame it didn't close inside the OSR because that would have given it a lot more courage, but your entry can be outside the range at 36. NASDAQ, that is just literally gapped up and bolted. So if you're long, you can hold. If you're not long already, I'd wait, okay, for another trade. Now, FDAX, here comes that rejection. You may be looking short. Again, I want this to show up. It hasn't happened. If you are short off the original entry at 22, yep, that's fair enough. That's 100% fair enough. There's a low. Yep, if you're heading off, well done, guys. So if you did take that original short on FDAX, I'm sorry if I talked you out of it. We finally got a nice rejection. It has now paid 5s and 10s. This is the meltdown. And we didn't get a chance to go long above here because we wanted to go outside the range, and that didn't happen either. So, okay, we may have missed one trade. Some people have got it, but our rules also kept us out of a potential loser. So here comes NASDAQ. You just don't want to break outside this consolidation, do you? That's what you're stuck on. And yes, probably the same. Yeah, I think your mouth is bigger than a piranha, Remy. I've seen your trades. If you can't see the chat, Remy said, I like the idea of being a piranha and taking lots of small bites. Now, I don't think what he calls a small bite in regards to his trading is the same as ours. All right. All right, so now, last 90 seconds, we don't enter any trades. Now, normally the last 15 minutes, team, we don't take any trades. Now, that was originally a European thing. Some of the American market traders also adopted it because what we found was 80% of our losing trades came in the last 15 minutes of the hour. So I think it was approximately 80%, 70 to 80. So how do we take less losses? Just don't trade the last 15 minutes. As simple as that. What that also means, boys and girls, ladies and gents, if you have any questions or want me to go through anything, please put it in the chat now. Now, YouTubers, I can't quite see your chat. I'm having technical difficulty, so please forgive me. But if Arlen's there, if you put it in the chat, she may be able to pass it on to me. Now, if you do trade the last 15 minutes, FDAX, you've actually got a Fibonacci somewhere there. Okay. FDAX, there's another 15-minute fib. Now, where I've drawn it is I've drawn this from here. Sorry, I've drawn it from... Where did I draw it? This one. Drawn it from here up, and it's just honored that 76 really well. So, have I missed that? Maybe. I don't know if I'll bring that over. Just not liking the price action at the moment on the American market, so no trades at the moment, team. Oh, well done, Jess. I'm glad I put that 76 on now. Looked divine. Oh, that was a big hit. Just checking the news again. There's no news. FDAX, you're getting a static bar reversal of 76s. I'm going to V2 Delta at your entry point now. In the last 15 minutes, a lot of traders won't take that trade. But it looks wonderful. As you traders, that candle used a lot of volume to get to where it wanted to get. FDAX, there it will go. There it goes. Now, if you can hold this is probably going to go a long way. Don't know if anyone's in because we usually don't take these trades in the last little bit. Wow. So SBR off a pivot, off a Fibonacci, and it's gone 20s. Oh, that's a beautiful trade. A lot of traders don't take it because of the last 10 minutes, but like I said, I'll just call it. Sorry, NASDAQ, there's a short there off the 50. Actually, no. Unless it's a 50 here as well. No, so I'm not going to call you short on that. That's a 50 from the other way. So just remember how I said, guys? I said we've now failed at this 95 times. So it's either going to push down and just break through because eventually it won't hold, or the sellers are going to run out of steam, run out of ammo. They can't break through this line, and then the buyers are just going to take control, and it's going to go a long way. And that's exactly what's happened. Yeah, so what happened too is FESX 15-minute chart. It had a daily 50 there as well. It had already triggered a static bar reversal. It had multiple fibs there. And I don't know if Lockie's here. I don't think any things, but FESX actually set up a tier 2 reversal. FDAX, you missed your tier 2 reversal. Actually, you had it there. It closed there. If this had closed at 24, which is your entry point, I would have been extremely excited to go long. I probably would have broken the rules. Yep, well done, Stephen. Great analysis. Well done holding that. Watch out for 686, Stephen. I think you wrote that one down. 688. Yeah, 686. You've also got a 60-minute 50, which may hold. There we are. Okay, last 5 minutes. I'm not going to take any trades. This is the one candle where we don't make exceptions at all. Weird things happen in the last 5 minutes. Now, American markets are setting up beautiful shorts. So let's hope they can hold one more candle for us. Yeah, so I'm not convinced it's going to sell down just yet. This could keep going along, and this is why we don't treat the last 5 minutes. This is set up for us the most perfect reversal candle. It's not off a pivot. Normally, this sort of ratio. So what I mean by ratios is the size of this candle here is so much smaller than the previous. And if I look down here, look how much volume it used. It used a lot of volume and couldn't go anywhere near as far. Sellers are taking control, and this is why it's reversing. This is the most perfect looking reversal signal we get. Preferably it's off a pivot. But in terms of looking at the shape of the reversal candle, that's pretty much textbook. Now, the reason I think it hasn't melted is at the middle of the MDI there. We're off Fibonacci, not a pivot. And there's still a lot. I think there's still a lot of buyers around. Thank you, Andy. Nice to have you in. Oh, man. Just had my late lunch and I had an order from an Egyptian restaurant. New one. It's unbelievable. Love Middle Eastern food. And now I love Egyptian food too. It's very, very good. Although I don't know if my girlfriend will want to kiss me after that. Oh well, worth it. Usually as a cigarette, Stephen. Oh, Daxi, if you just stay there, you're going to set up a beautiful, brand new second tier reversal above this candle. Now, if you push up a little bit higher, you're setting up dual tier 2 reversals. So if it gets inside 24, Nazi, this little push down could actually cause this long to keep going a lot further. Same with ES. There's not much in the way here. Oh, FDAX, just stop there. Stop there. Okay, maybe go up a little bit more, please. Stop at 25 or 26. little push down, then we pop. That would just be absolutely delightful. Thank you. Okay, push down, FDAX, you have opportunity to go long. Now, some of you won't trade in the lower OSR. That is up to you. You have a Delta long NASDAQ traders. You may take that. It's actually a continuation trade. FESX, you have a long setting up. Yes, you have a long. Yours isn't as nice as NASDAQ, but it is there. So, Nazi, if you took that delta, you have been paid. Yes, you didn't get the nice delta we wanted. Ooh. Don't like that. So FDAX. Now, FDAX, if you're long, you've been paid fives. Now, it's a second tier reversal, so if you're able, you can either go for 15 minutes or a 25-point target, which is up around the PP. So it really depends on your ability and your risk. All right. Double second tier reversal. Some will be long at 29 or 30. You're going to hold to the PP. Well done, Jess. But like I said, now this is for the experienced traders. You hold for 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, just see how much you can get. If you're able to, you can bring your stop to even and just hold to the PP. Okay, if you're a junior trader, make sure you take out fives or tens, lock in profit. This, I think it's going to go 25s, right? This is a second tier reversal, so we aim for 25s, which is the PP. Because I'm moderating, I took it out for tens. We're triggering the second one. If you're locked in tens, you're probably out for tens. Nazir, your trade has gone really, really well now. Now, just watch out for this 50, this black 50. If you are in profit, I'd lock in a good chunk now because this could hit this and bounce back really hard. It had a little bounce there, so maybe that's all it's going to do. With two green deltas above it, it's probably going to keep going long. We already had that one little bounce back. And that's what I was worried about. Now it's continuing to go. All right, so now your next point of call to watch out for, you got a 50 today and a 76 overlapping just there. Yep. Two double second tier reversal, so two, it's triggering two. So it's gone 18s to a potential 25-point target. Like I said, hold to the PP or for 15 minutes. Now it's gone 20s or 21. All right, so it touches that PP. Okay, if it was me, I would have been tagged out for 20s. Now I got out for 10s because I'm moderating, so I can't manage it as well. Let it push up if you want. You can hold for 15 minutes and see how much you can get, because we're triggering 15-minute reversals too on the FDAX. All right, there's nothing wrong with taking 15s or 20s or 10s off that. Nazi, you can look for a reversal off this. I can't send you long into it though. If you are long, you can hold. Now that hasn't bounced back, so you're not going to go short. There's a short off the gap. You've also got a potential static bar reset there if that is your trade. Okay, so now you can go short under the 50 and 76. That's your setup. If you're short off the gap or the pre-bottom, you're out. Yes, there's a short off that 76 if that is your trade. Now there's quite a fair bit of momentum to the high side. So potentially you're better off waiting for the 50 or the pre-bottom because these are pivots, not Fibonacci. Pivots, everyone in the world can see. Fibonacci is a little subjective, depending on who you are. I think the major Fibonacci everyone can see. Now, if you don't believe in fibs, that's also okay, because some people still believe in Santa Claus. So the main thing you believe in is yourself. Oh, isn't that sweet? That's so sweet, Cody. Okay. All right, so the question is, I know you're not even going to have to ask it because I already know what you're going to ask. Cody, what's that second tier reversal you're just talking about? Now, this is magic stuff. Down, up, down. Okay, line across here. People who are in this will know. All right, so as soon as it came back in here, I was ready. I was waiting for it to go outside the range. Then we created another one. So down. I'm going to overlap. Down, up, down. Came across here. Oh. Just let me disable, please. There you go, FDAX. It hits 25 points, like we said. Watch, let it go to the PP. Yay! It did what I wanted it to do. All right. So it closed back inside this range. Now, why I said I really wanted to close at 25 or 26 was because it also got inside this little range here. As soon as it did that, it pushed down. I knew we got a delta there too, a green delta. And that's why I got very, very excited and said, give you permission to go long, even though it's into the lower OSR. So we've got two second tier reversals overlapping, triggering into a delta, triggering our textbook shape for a long. Okay, and it's gone 25 points, which is the target we practice. Okay. Now, there's a room full of people in Bali who will either be cheering about that right now or who'll be studying that tomorrow. Yes, Daniel. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I got one account got 5s, now it's got 10s. Now, because I was moderating, so I couldn't manage it, I have to just click it on my other screen and let my ATM do the work. So I'm annoyed because I didn't get 25s, but that went absolutely beautifully. All right, FDAX. Now, there's going to be a couple of different types of traders here. Some are going to look for a higher, and a short under the PP. If it closes over the PP, some will be looking at V2 long. But there's a 76 there, so half of you won't be taking a trade either way. NASDAQ, now that's not an efficient candle short. This little thing here tells me efficiency. Okay, so it's telling me it's 2 times efficient. So I can't send you long, but if it pushes down, let's say it retraces into this pre-bottom, you can look to take this delta here long. This. I want to retrace first. Now, if it pushes higher, NASDAQ, you can actually look to go short off these 76s. ES, you may look for a short off that 50 or the pre-bottom if it gets higher. You've also got this static bar of reset. So reset means it's coming up to reset a previous reversal signal, which was this one here. So that was also a beautiful reversal signal. Now, so let's wait and see how we go. Well done. Beautiful trade, Stephen. So FDAX, you've hit that 76, and now some of you will be looking to go short under the PP. What's aiding you is FESX. Now, this may only be a short-range target. Yes, Michael. Now, Michael Johnson, is that MJ? Or have we got a Michael Johnson and an MJ in here? Is that the MJ I spoke to today? And there you go. There's that PP reversal. So higher high, failed at a 76. We've got extra support and structure. Okay, your entry would have been around 53, 52. And now it's gone at least 5. So well done. That's that same trade over here. Exact same setup. Okay, just the higher was a little bit higher. So well done, team. NASDAQ. I don't know if that's gone 20s. It's definitely gone 10s. ES, yours off connect and reconnect. My internet's still good. They're still running. Okay. Mine aren't moving. The candles aren't moving. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Because last time this happened, we ended up missing a really, really, really nice trade. Nice, Scott. Well done. Come on, Dexy. All right. Yes, it's a lot of strength in the buyers now in the American market. So it's at a pretty key point here. So if it closes over those 76s, the next target will be around 25742, the previous highs. Okay. And if it can get through them, I think it's going to come a long, long way to the high side. So hold on if you can. It's a very strong 15-minute candle, though. So don't be surprised if we do get a little bit of a retrace before it keeps going. So at the moment, NASDAQ, I can't send you short. That candle, I don't think will be efficient, so I can't send you long. FDAX, I can't send you short because you're back into the pivot. Now, if you don't worry about that, push up, fail, go short again at 504. Oh, that might cover your dinner, Cole. Well done, mate. Good discipline, buddy. This might just continue long now, Daxy. It wouldn't surprise me if it just continues long. I was going to say it might push down first, hit the PP, then go. But it's actually in a older second tier reversal. So if you're still long, you've got permission to hold. Nazi, that is an efficient candle, so you have permission to go long. Risk is probably too much. Hey guys, I just wanted to All right. So Nazi could still push higher. There's not much else in the way now. There you go. All right, so yes. Oh, we still got 2 minutes to go. There you go. FDAX still running. Volume's pretty low though. All right, team. Awesome job, Michael. Well done. Really well done. So what you did was you held it for that 15 minutes, and then you got the opportunity to keep holding and look at it go. Wow. 30, that's gone 50 points. All right. Nazi, it's an efficient candle. It's not efficient, but there's a V2 delta. Now, You can take it. Just watch out for the open and the 76s. So some of you actually be looking for shorts up here. Yes. Now, NASDAQ failed at its 90 a lot of times, so maybe you want to take a short off that if that's your trade setup. If not, then just sit this one out because there's not really a long or a super clean short setting up. But there's that 133 lining up the 90, so maybe a push up and a failure is available for you. Looks like Nazi is honouring that extension there, so if you're a 133 extension reversal trader, you can take it. FDAX, that's a super efficient candle with too much risk to take as its own trade with a delta above. So yes, you can take it if you can hold the risk. Just watch out for that 50. Now, some of you love a bounce off the 50. Some of you even give it 2 points of leniency. So it's actually tagged that 2 points. And I'm not just making that up. I know one of the traders very, very well, and he always gives it 2 points before the 50 or a pivot. So that would have picked him up as it kissed it, and it's gone nearly tens for him. I don't think he's in the room. I think he's actually on Bali Platinum. So well done to them. So if you took the short, you've been paid. Now, I might be wrong in saying this. I don't think the meltdown's going to come. I think there's just so much buyer strength at the moment. We're trying to rally back and pick up everything we lost during Asia and maybe come back to where it was last night. Now, what I'm also seeing is potentially it may come up here and fail, and this might create a new range. Because like I said, NASDAQ loves to go sideways and create ranges after a big move. So let's keep an eye on it. Yes, look at you. You're potentially doing the same. You're getting towards the top of that range. Let's wait and see. FDAX. What did you just do? Okay, you've made a new 15-minute high. All right, so NASDAQ traders, you're going to get a static bar reversal. Now it's off extensions. Okay, some will look for the delta short, some will go outside the range, which just means there's more risk on the trade. Some will go off the body. Yes, you've got the same trade. The issue is you're back into the gap. Now the gap's been closed, so it may not cause too many issues. It blew through it on the way up. All right, so there's going to be a few different styles of traders. FDAX, now you are running out of steam. I just don't like your volume. For me, your volume's getting a little too low to take anything. So I'm going to call you out, FDAX, and say no trades. American markets, this looks like a beautiful reversal candle, beautiful shape. I much prefer them off pivots rather than kind of just extensions. You've got retracements there as well, so no doubt there is a short setting up. Again, you can look for the body, the delta, or outside the range. ES push up, you can look for the body outside the range. Other option is a high fail off the 90 for ES. And Nazi, you can look for a short off the 133 or the 76 in the open. Now, I know I've given you lots of options, but that's because there's lots of different traders in the room. All right. And if none of those suit your trading plan, and none of those suit mine actually, then don't take the trade. That was a nice push up, nice rejection. So the 133 traders are out for 20s. I believe. What, 16s? ES off the 90. You're through target. All right, this is our last candle of our session, team. So FDAX, you're not going to get anything. NASDAQ, the 133 paid. If you went off the body, you didn't get in. Same with ES, you didn't get in. Some may be looking short off this, but just watch your volume. You're halfway through the candle and your volume is not looking the best. There's a little bounce off it, so maybe 10 ticks is going to be the better option. All right. And I think Alan is back.
I am. I am. 1 second. Let us have a look. Okay. Yes. Hi. How are you, Cody? How was your day? How was your session today?
Yeah, it was good. We actually we had a lot of fun. I think FDAX had a really nice run. We were really patient, and then we got a beautiful reversal. NASDAQ, same thing. Now, the American markets, we said if it can't break through on the downside, it's going to go a long way to the high side, and it did exactly that. So it's always nice when what you map out an hour and a half ago actually goes to plan.
All right. Well, guys and girls, first of all, I'm very happy to see that you had a lot of fun. Okay, that's very good. Cody, thank you so much for helping us today
Thank you.
instead of Lachlan. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, a reminder to everyone, you have a Black Friday promotion going on of 25%. One face challenges up to 50K. Check it out. You know, it's a fun thing that we do for you. We do this for you guys. Take advantage of it. So thank you again, Cody. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.